Polynomial Equation. This video was designed to help you appreciate and master the concepts and principles of polynomial equation. After watching this video, you are expected to arrange the polynomial in standard form, identify the degree of polynomial, the leading coefficient, and constant term. You are also expected to determine the utmost number of real roots, find the real roots by means of zero product property and factor theorem, and apply the rational root theorem. The standard form of polynomial equation. Example, write each polynomial equation in standard form. Given 9x minus 3x cubed plus 2 minus 5x squared plus x to the fourth is equals to 0. In our previous video lessons, you learned how to arrange the polynomial in the proper order. That is also the way on how to write polynomial equation in standard form. So, paano natin gagawin? I-arrange lang natin yung polynomial sa descending order, mula sa pinakamataas na exponent hanggang sa constant term. So, the highest exponent here is x to the fourth. So, we have x to the fourth. Next is negative. Okay, carry the sign of each term accordingly. We have negative 3x cubed. Then, we have negative 5x squared, positive 9x, and the constant term, positive 2 is equals to 0. I-check natin. So, ang pinakamataas na exponent ay 4. Pababa siya 4, 3, 2, 1, then constant term. So, therefore, the standard form of the given equation is x to the fourth minus 3x cubed minus 5x squared plus 9x plus 2 is equals to 0. Another example, 8x squared plus 5x to the 6th minus 17 minus x to the 4th is equals to 0. Arrange this in descending order. The highest exponent is 6. So, ang first term natin ay 5x to the 6th. Next is negative x to the 4th. Then, positive 8x squared. So, carry the sign of each term accordingly. Then, we have negative 17 is equals to 0. So, this is the standard form of the given equation. Another example, arrange 1 minus x squared plus 4x to the 7 plus 6x cubed minus 3x to the 5th is equals to 0. The highest exponent here is 7. So, the first term is 4x to the 7 followed by negative 3x to the 5th plus 6x cubed minus x squared plus 1 is equals to 0. So, i-check natin kung descending order 7, 5, 3, 2, then the constant term. So, this is now the standard form of the given polynomial equation. Before we proceed, see to it na meron kayong notebook at ballpen para mag-notes kayo habang nanonood ng video lesson. What are the parts of a polynomial equation? There are three important parts of a polynomial equation. So, we have the degree of polynomial, the leading coefficient, and the constant term. For example, the polynomial equation is 2x cubed plus 4x squared minus x minus 18. The degree of the polynomial is the highest exponent that occurs in the given polynomial equation. So, yung may pinakamataas na exponent dyan ay 2x cubed. Ang pinakamataas na exponent ay 3. Therefore, the polynomial is of the third degree. Now, when we say leading coefficient, it is the numerical coefficient of the term that has the highest degree. So, yung numerical coefficient nung term na may pinakamataas na exponent, yun ang kanyang leading coefficient. So, in this case, the leading coefficient is 2. When we say constant term, it is a term in 0 degree or wala siyang katabing variable. So, dito, ang constant term natin ay negative 18. Pag ang nilagay mo lang ay 18, mali. Kailangan kasama yung sign ng constant term. So, negative 18. Next, given x to the fifth minus 6x to the fourth plus x squared plus 9x plus 7 is equals to 0. So, the degree of the polynomial, ang pinakamataas na exponent ay 5. So, this is of the fifth degree. Or, this polynomial has a degree of 5. So, yung numerical coefficient ng x to the fifth ay 1. So, therefore, the leading coefficient here is 1. And the constant term here, sa polynomial na to, yung walang katabing variable ay positive 7. Therefore, the constant term is 7. Next, 4x squared plus 13x minus 6 is equals to 0. So, the degree of the polynomial, ang pinakamataas na exponent ay 2. So, this polynomial is of the second degree or this polynomial has a degree of 2. The leading coefficient, yung numerical coefficient ng x squared ay 4. So, the leading coefficient is 4. The constant term is negative 6. Huwag mo ilalagay ang 6 kasi yung constant term, meron siyang sign na negative. So, the constant term is negative 6. Then, next is 8x minus 2x squared plus 15 plus 3x cubed is equals to 0. The highest exponent here is 3. So, the polynomial has a degree of 3 or this is of the third degree. The leading coefficient, yung x cube, ang numerical coefficient ng x cube dito ay 3. Kaya ang leading coefficient niya ay 3. Constant term. Dito sa polynomial, yung term na walang katabing variable, yun yung constant term. So, ang constant term natin ay positive 15 or simply 15. Next, 7x plus 9x to the fourth plus 4x cubed minus x squared is equals to 0. So, observe carefully, the highest exponent here is 4. So, the polynomial has a degree of 4 or this is of the fourth degree. So, yung x to the fourth, yung numerical coefficient ng x to the fourth ay 9. So, yun ang kanyang leading coefficient. And the constant term here, tingnan yung mabuti. Wala siyang term na walang katabing variable. Lahat ng term may katabing variable. So, ibig sabihin, wala siyang constant term. So, anong ilalagay natin pag wala? So, the constant term here is 0. Finding the real roots of polynomial equation by the zero product property. When we say roots of polynomial, they are the values of x that satisfy the given polynomial equation. Sila yung solution. Okay, so the given table here will illustrate the concept. Polynomial equation, degree of polynomial, the real roots of equation, and the number of real roots. So, given x plus 4 to the second power times x minus 3 is equals to 0. By observation here, x plus 4 has a degree of 2. Napansin nyo ba, x plus 4 to the second power siya. So, while x minus 3 has a degree of 1. So, if we get the sum of the degrees of the exponents, then it has a degree of 3. So, if it has a degree of 3, the polynomial is of the third degree. So, this means that the given polynomial equation in factor form has 3 real roots. So, how many number of roots? 3. Kung ilan ang degree niya, ganun din kadami yung number ng real roots niya. So, since this is of the third degree, the number of real roots is 3. So, what are the roots? Tingnan natin. How to find the roots. To solve for the real roots, we need to apply the zero product property. So, tingnan natin. We have x plus 4 to the second power means dalawang beses imumultiply ang x plus 4, then you equate that to 0. So, x plus 4 is equals to 0. So, isa pang x plus 4 is equals to 0. X is equals to negative 4. Dun sa isa, x is equals to negative 4. So, yan yung root ng polynomial. Yun yung value ng x. So, therefore, the root is negative 4. But notice that the root occurs twice, such as negative 4 in the given examples. Ilang beses yung negative 4? Dalawa. So, therefore, ang tawag doon, negative 4 has a multiplicity of 2 kasi dalawang beses daw yung negative 4. So, 2 times or double. So, real roots of the equation is negative 4. So, dalawang beses. Another, meron pa tayong x minus 3 is equals to 0. So, x minus 3 equals to 0 or x is equals to 3. So, the real roots of the equation are negative 4, 2 times or double, and 3. Another example, x minus 6 is equals to 0. So, ilan ang degree niya? This is of the first degree. So, kung first degree, isang degree lang, so the number of real root is 1. And what is the root? X minus 6 is equals to 0, therefore x is equals to 6. Another example, x times x minus 8 to the third power times x plus 1 is equals to 0. Tingnan natin. So, isulat muna natin, mag-solve muna tayo. Let us equate this to 0. X is equals to 0. X minus 8 to the third power is equals to 0. And x plus 1 is equals to 0. So, if x is equals to 0, so meron na tayong isang root which is 0. Dito tayo. X minus 8 equals to 0. Therefore, x is equals to 8. Kaya lang to the third power siya. So, ibig sabihin, ilang beses ang 8? 3 times. Because dito tayo sa x plus 1 is equals to 0 or x is equals to negative 1. So, ilan lahat yung roots niya? Isang 0, tatlong 8, at isang negative 1. So, ilan lahat? So, therefore, the number of real roots is 5. Kung 5 yung roots niya, the polynomial equation is of the 5th degree. Or pwede rin nating i-add yung degree ng x here, which is 1, then plus 3 plus 1 equals to 5. Therefore, the polynomial is of the 5th degree. Now, find the real roots of the polynomial equation by synthetic division. So, kung pinapanood mo yung previous videos ko, so parang review na lang ito kasi na-explain ko na ito doon sa previous videos natin. But this time, when you find the roots of a polynomial equation, it is just like finding the factors of a polynomial. So, given x cubed plus x squared minus 14x minus 24 is equals to 0. So, the list of possible roots, paano makukuha yung list of possible roots? Ang constant term natin ay negative 24. I-divide siya sa factors ng leading coefficient. Ang leading coefficient natin ay 1. So, negative 24 divided by the factors of 1. The factors of negative 24 divided by the factors of positive 1. So, here are the list of possible roots. From the list of possible roots, pipili ka dyan ng kahit na anong number, basta pag ginamit mo sa synthetic division, walang remainder. O ibig sabihin, pagdating sa dulo, ang sagot ay 0. So, let us try negative 2. Dapat walang remainder to. So, mag-synthetic division tayo. Isulat muna natin yung numerical coefficient ng bawat term. So, we have 1, 1, negative 14, and negative 24. Bring down 1. 1 times negative 2, negative 2. Then you combine or add 1 and negative 2, we have negative 1. Multiply negative 1 times negative 2, positive 2. Combine negative 12. Then negative 12 times negative 2, we have positive 24. Pag kinombine mo siya, that is 0 or cancel. So, ibig sabihin, negative 2 is one of the solution kasi nag-0, walang remainder. So, tingnan natin, i-factor pa natin yung 1, negative 12, 1, negative 1, and negative 12. From the list of possible roots, kaya siya tinawag na list of possible roots. Hindi pa siya yung roots. Possible lang na ilan sa kanila ay roots, pero hindi lahat yan ay roots nung polynomial equation. So, let us choose negative 3. So, dapat walang remainder. So, bring down 1. 1 times negative 3, negative 3. Combine, negative 4. Multiply mo siya, positive 12. So, 0, walang remainder. So, ibig sabihin, ang negative 4 constant term, yung 1, yun yung numerical coefficient ng x. So, dito, ang polynomial niya ay x minus 4. So, ano-ano ngayon yung mga factors ng polynomial equation? The factors are x plus 2. Bakit x plus 2? Kasi yung ginamit nating divisor ay negative 2. Pag inequal mo yan sa 0, that is x plus 2. Then dito, yung isa, x plus 3. Kasi ang divisor natin ay negative 3. Then the polynomial, which is x minus 4. Yan yung factor nung polynomial equation. Kaya lang, ang hinihingi ay ang kanyang real roots. Therefore, the real roots are negative 2, negative 3, and positive 4. So, yan yung sagot. So, that's all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is Teacher Nati saying, let us thank God for all the blessings that He has given us.